Maryland.
Freedom Plaza, where we are doing the DC United Victory Parade. I'm Wendy Reiger with Darrain Chapman. This is where all the fun is going to end up eventually. It's now down the street, about to step off, and we'll be covering the whole parade today with a cast of thousands.
You might be wondering why we're having this parade to begin with, and as you might recall, DC United won their third Major League Soccer championship in 4 years with a 2-0 win over the Los Angeles Galaxy this past Sunday. Just one of the more remarkable achievements that we've seen in sports, certainly in this area recently.
It's an incredible team, and I think especially so because so many of the other teams in this town are victory challenged, if you will.
That's a diplomatic way of putting it.
They've been impressive since they started. I mean, this is their third victory in their history. And what's also really cool about the DC United is, I mean, soccer is so popular in this country right now anyway. Like 18 million people are playing it.
Right.
Of course, only 5 of them are playing it well, but 18 million people are playing it. The fan base surrounding DC United is really impressive. We were out at the DC United headquarters yesterday when they came in from their trip, and they came back from Foxborough, and the numbers of the colorful, high-spirited fans that turn out is really incredible. And here today we have a few people pouring behind us, but most of them are going to be along the parade route. And we really invite you to come down and join us. It is the weather has cleared up, and your hair has already been ruined for the day. I mean, trust me. Look at what I got on my head.
I think Wendy's speaking for herself on this one. Some of us are fine.
It's starting to warm up. The mistiness has gone away. It's starting to brighten. And I think, especially when you look at the DC United fans, you can guarantee that it's going to be muy caliente down here any time now. It should be a good morning.
I don't know what that means. All I know is it's a day for celebration as DC United is really taking their place in this city as maybe perhaps the winningest organization the city has seen. Certainly the Redskins have their share of Super Bowls. The Caps have yet to win a Stanley Cup championship. The Wizards won an NBA championship as the Bullets. When you look at what DC United has done over the course of the last 4 years, winning 3 of the last 4 and playing in the championship game last year and losing, I mean, it's very, very hard to equal what this team has done over the last 4 years.
Plus, they're really cute, which is important for a lot of us women. Speaking of cute, Wally Bruckner is down with
nice
the
segue.
team and the coaches down with the buses where they're about to step off. Wally, what do you got?
Hey, Wendy, how are you? We're down here at 3rd and Pennsylvania. The players are all on board, except for this man, the MVP of MLS Cup 99, Ben Olsen. A meteoric rise for you, the 97 Collegiate Player of the Year, the 98 MLS Rookie of the Year, and now this.
It's been a blast, yeah. No complaints. It's been a great couple years.
You look behind you, you have the nation's capital. You look up ahead, Pennsylvania Avenue lined with United fans. In your wildest dreams as a kid playing this game, ever think of this?
Never. I didn't even think there'd be a pro league in this country. And now that to look at this, it's real special.
The success this team has enjoyed. How good is this organization?
It's from top to bottom, it's the best. Everyone from the president, the owners, the GMs, the trainers, and then the players, and then we also got the best fans in America. So we got it all right now.
You have a game face on today, Ben, right now.
I'm still a little shocked at all this. I'm still a little blown that we got a championship and I finally got my ring.
You are getting your ring. I heard Coach say make sure you get sized for that ring because it's going to be there. You got to get on the bus. And Darrain and Wendy, I have the pleasure of getting on this bus, too. We're going to be joining you along the parade route with interviews from some of the other members of the DC United. So let's not hold this up. Let's go back up to Freedom Plaza. Ben Olsen, thank you very much. Darrain Chapman, Wendy Reiger, it's your turn.
I thought maybe Wally was scaring him or something.
Well,
he was so serious.
The nice thing about Ben is here's a young man, as well I told you, who has had over the last 3 years an unbelievable career. College Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year in Major League Soccer last year. Didn't get the MLS championship last year that a lot of us thought the team would. They get it this year, and here you get to look at a really strange goal that, hey, listen, you talk about opportunity and being ready for the opportunity. Here's a play where Ben Olsen was in the right place at the right time, taking advantage of a turnover and knocking it in the back of the net for what was the second goal of the game for DC United. That's one of the reasons why this ball club is as good as they are, is because when those opportunities present themselves, they are ready to take advantage. Ben Olsen, just a wonderful and gifted soccer player.
And this team is so tight. I mean, we've all either played soccer or seen our children play soccer, and it's a game of tremendous skill. And obviously, they've been playing it for years and years, building up to this point. But they do make it look easy. I know it isn't, but they make it look easy as a spectator.
Yeah, it's just like at any other professional level. Those guys do make it a little bit easy. Mary Alice Salinas is also with us along the parade route. She's at the beginning of this gig at 3rd and Pennsylvania. Mary Alice, what do you have for us?
Well,
Well, Darrain, I want to show you the players once again. They're in these 3 buses. Wally showed you that. They are starting to pull away now with some of their loved ones. Pretty proud. We're proud of you. Thank you, guys. Congratulations. And we have the most raving, fiercely loyal fans in soccer here in this country. They're not a big fan base, but I tell you, they're big, big fans. We have some of them that we talked to right over here. You said you guys are nuts about DC United and very proud of them. Tell me, what do you think? How many soccer fans are there like you out there?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I hope a lot, but I just came today to show my support for this team and to thank them for all the joy that they bring us at the games, and we're just really proud of them.
You came from Colombia.Id you take the day off?
I took a half day. Got to go back.
All right. So what do you think of your team?
I think they're the best. I'm really proud of them, and I hope that a lot of them come back next year.
All right. Hey, Julian, you know, a lot of people don't really even know that we have this fantastic soccer team here. What do you have to say about this team?
Well, it is a fantastic achievement over the last 4 years. The only championship team in the District of Columbia right now, and I think it's a great achievement. And I think there is about 40,000 people, fans here in the area, though, Virginia, DC, and Maryland area that do follow the soccer.
What I'm told is one thing that is unique about our situation is really this team is the envy around the country among players and also among fans. I mean, this is a pretty nice position to be sitting in as a fan.
And definitely, and every team wants to take a player every year from our city. And we're trying to keep Ben Olsen back here next year, and Echeverry and Agus.
That certainly is an issue right now and has been in the past few years, so we'll see how that evolves. We have another soccer fan up here.
Greatest game in the world, greatest team in the country. They're fantastic players, and more people should come out and see them. They're missing something.
What is the games like? I know that right now the fans only fill the lower bowl during a lot of the games here at RFK Stadium.
We sold it out for the championship a couple years ago, so that's 20,000+ people. We can get over 20,000 a game sometimes out there, and it's louder than the 80,000 the Redskins get. No knock on the Redskins, but these guys are great. They're champions. They win every year, and we're terrifically proud of them.
You know, the league is only 4 years old. Do you think that it's going to grow? Because it hasn't grown a lot.
It's going to grow. This is the most popular game in the world. More and more people are catching on to it. More kids play soccer in the United States than play baseball now.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It'll keep growing, and these guys are a great example.
All right. Thank you very much. So, again, they're still here. We're waiting to line up again. Started here. We have bands, so that's going to get the blood pumping. A lot of excitement here. Darrain and Wendy, back to you.
Thanks, Mary Alice. And a lot of people are still gathering here at Freedom Plaza. Again, if you're on your lunch hour and you have a chance, you should come out and see it because it is going to be pretty lively.
It will be lively, and certainly up in Foxborough, Massachusetts, it was extremely lively as DC United returned there for the second time. You may recall back in 1996, they won the Major League Soccer Championship in a driving rainstorm against the Los Angeles Galaxy. This Sunday, no rain, but the result was the same. Let me take you back up to Foxborough Stadium and show you exactly why we are here while DC United won that match in the 19th minute with no score. United is in black, and here's another opportunity. Jaime Moreno stepping up and knocking home the loose ball in front of the goal. This on the throw-in by Marco Echeverry. That would be the only offense DC United would need in this thing. They led this match by a score of 1-0, and really Foxborough was a pro-United crowd, and we find out more about that later in the first half. Actually, we're in injury time. Kevin Hartman, the LA Galaxy keeper, just inexplicably just gives the ball up. I mean, that's just an awful play. Ben Olsen says thank you very much, knocks it into the back of the goal for the tally. Ben Olsen, by the way, the MVP of MLS 99. DC United, they beat the Los Angeles Galaxy for the second time in 4 years for their third Major League Soccer championship. And when you talk about teams around the world, you're talking about how excited people are around the world about the game of soccer. Certainly in England, you've got teams like Manchester United in the Premier League over there, Juventus and AC Milan in the first division in Italy, Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga in Germany. DC United right now is really taking their place, not just as the premier club here in the United States, but they're starting to creep up a little bit as it relates to some clubs around the world. And that's a big deal when you consider how big soccer is worldwide.
Right. Well, they've deserved it. I mean, they've clearly earned it. And again, we are here with the DC United Victory Parade. It will be going on until noon today, and it will end up here. This is the destination. There will be a lot of music and dancing and drum beating and chanting. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back, but we'll leave you with, let's do the chant.
Ole, 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 ole. You're going to hear a lot of that today, folks.
Welcome back to Freedom Plaza and our live coverage of the DC United's Victory Parade. I'm Wendy Reiger with Darrain Chapman.
We're having a ball, folks, I don't mind telling you. The parade, I believe, has started. They're going to be making their way down this direction to Freedom Plaza.
And with them is Wally Bruckner, who is with the players, and Wally is not ready right this minute, but he is with the players. We'll be talking to him in just a minute. Mary Alice Salinas is talking to some of you fans who are out there. They're on these buses. There's 3 of them. These trolley cars. They're going to start coming down this way. And as you can imagine, if you've ever been to a DC United game, you know what the fans, and there's Mary Alice Salinas. And see, we wouldn't lie to you. Mary Alice is with the team and the buses. Let's check in with Mary Alice, see what she has. Mary Alice?
Hello there. Well, we have the buses still pulling away from the beginning here at 3rd in Pennsylvania. Some of the players with their wives, their kids, their loved ones, and this is a real delight. You know, I know that some feel that the soccer team has not quite gotten the attention that it deserves, especially for being such a winning team. So it's nice to see them getting it and to be giving them this salute. Some of their fans, I tell you, they do have like raving mad, incredible fans. Some of them are right here. What do you think? What do you think?
I love these guys. I've been loving them since '96.
Did they get you into soccer? Have you always?
They did. I came to a game in the middle of '96. I've never watched a pro soccer match. I fell in love with the atmosphere at RFK. I've been a hardcore fan ever since.
That's what I hear a lot about the atmosphere at RFK for these games. They are just really a lot of fun. Do you attend a lot of the games at RFK?
Every game I can make, have season tickets.
Are you a new soccer fan? Have you been?
I played in high school, and when I moved to DC, I came to one of the games early in their first year. I was hooked. This is a great team. We're really lucky to have them here.
You know, I also hear that a lot of young kids are coming in, and they're hoping that that'll help increase the fan base because they're not only grow up to appreciate soccer, but they also bring in the adults.
Yep.
Do you see the crowds changing at all at the stadium?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of kids. They do some nice promotions to make it easier to bring some of the youth teams in, and a lot of the guys that I work with are only interested in soccer because their kids play on youth leagues, but they come to a game, you know, to bring the team along because the team wants to go. And then all the dads and moms see it, and they're hooked too, because it's a wonderful sport, and it's really great for all ages.
All right, listen, thanks for talking to us. Enjoy, have a lot of fun. We have a little soccer fan. Do you want to talk to us over here about it? Hey, what do you think of the team, DC United?
I think it's cool.
Cool? What's so cool about them? Why do you think they're so cool?
Because they shoot goals like sliding and stuff.
Yeah, they did pretty well bringing a 3rd cup home, right?
Yes.
Hey, well, have fun with the parade. Thanks for talking to us. So this is what we expect to see for the several blocks down here to 13th in Pennsylvania to Freedom Plaza, where you all are over there. And then we have some great bands who showed up here to help keep the energy flowing. So that's what you can expect is all of this heads back down toward you guys. Darrain and Wendy, back to you.
All right, you guys look like you're having an absolute ball down
And
there.
we saw that, the one guy in the front with the drum, they were at the airport yesterday and out at DC United Park.
My
A
ears
little bit
remember
about the history of DC United. The MLS Major League Soccer, the league was started back in 1993, and 7 months later, DC United was created. It was one of the first seven teams in the league, and since that time they've won 3 of the last 4 championships. But of course, this last title marked the end of a roller coaster ride for this franchise, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it really did, because you may recall that last year DC United did not win Major League Soccer's championship game, and really a lot of folks did not know what to expect from this club when this year started, because there were a lot of changes in the offing for this soccer club. Let me take you back to the Rose Bowl in last year's final. That was where United was gunning to win their 3rd straight title when the expansion Chicago Fire ended those dreams with a 2-0 loss. Now, for that man right there, Roy Lassiter, It was an unbelievably frustrating day because he really came to D.C. to win a championship. Unfortunately, the Chicago Fire got away with that title, and you knew that some changes were coming for D.C. United. Among those changes, John Hartz, the team captain. I think it's safe to say one of the more high-profile guys on this team. He was traded to the New England Revolution. So you had a guy like John Hartz who left the DC United, or left the familiar black, red, and white colors of the team. Then head coach Bruce Arena was named the new head coach of the national team. Here's a guy who knows nothing more than winning, and he left DC United. That meant that Thomas Rongen was the guy to come in. Obviously, there are a lot of challenges to be had by Mr. Rongen, and the challenges for this soccer team were really quite a few.
As a player and as a coach, I've been in these situations before. It's nothing that I don't know or something that I shy away from. It's all about challenges, and I think that this team will continue to be the team that will continue to set the standard not only here but also abroad.
They most certainly did that. Thomas Rongen, in his first year, guided DC United to their third Major League Soccer championship in 4 years. And for a guy like Thomas Rongen, he actually coached the New England Revolution, coached a little bit down in Tampa Bay. And the interesting thing about Thomas Rongen is, you big-time soccer fans remember a team by the soccer team that was here before.
Who was it?
I believe they were called the Diplomats, the Washington Diplomats.
That's right.
Thomas Rongen actually played for the Diplomats.
Right.
Well, when he was
It was
here.
a different time.
Yeah, a different era, but still the same result. A lot of good soccer being played.
Just a reminder for our Spanish-speaking viewers: we do have you can listen to this in Spanish on SAP, our SAP channel, our SAP line for our Spanish-speaking viewers. With me right now is a fan that I met yesterday, and you were talking to me about Marco Echeverri. You're from Bolivia. Your name is Ramiro.
Ramiro Casia.
I don't want to mess it up. When I was talking to you yesterday, you're from Bolivia and so is Marco Echeverri, and you were talking about how, as a Bolivian now living in this country, the sense of pride you have as you've watched him play. Could you tell our viewers about that?
Yes, indeed. I feel very proud about watching another Bolivian playing so well and doing the things that he is doing. Really, people like him will help us, everybody, to know a little bit more about my country. And indeed, it's great to have somebody who's playing at that level and is coming from a country that is small, perhaps, and pulling a whole team together. And this win was a team's effort, led by Marco Echeverri, for that matter.
What about for you yourself? How long have you been in this country?
I've been here since 1979. I've been here for the past 20 years.
Does it make you feel even a little more at home in some respects, or when you get to see a countryman, here, and you get to see soccer catch fire as it has in this country, or at least in the city, in the last few years?
Yes, it does. I feel, like you said, pretty much at home, even more now that I can see that there is another countryman playing here, and the Washington area, and the whole country really has accepted soccer so well. And everybody, my younger daughter, 5-year-old daughter, she's playing soccer as well. She had her first trophy this past week or so, and it's good. It's good to see so many kids, so many children doing the best they can, playing soccer and trying to understand the game itself.
Thank you very much. You got to hold the trophy yesterday. What did that feel like?
It felt great. It felt great because I know that trophy was there in front of me, but it took a lot of team effort for the trophy to be here in Washington, D.C. And indeed, I could feel that all that effort plastered in that trophy, all the winning effort and everything that those guys poured onto that trophy, and I held it in my hands, and I could not change this day for anything in the world.
You're wonderful. And they say you fans are the 12th man. Yeah. Thank you so much. Let's go back to Wally, who's now with the team.
What's up, man?
Marco's going to catch it.
There he is.
There's Wally. Wally's on the bus.
Parade route here. Marco Echeverri, as you can see, has just caught my IFB here, so I don't need to use the phone like that. You do it all. You're the master with your feet. Now you show you have good hands as well.
No, well, I try to be a good keeper too, because I almost retired. I had to find another job to do.
Is that right? So Tom Preston's better look over his shoulder because Marco's going to be in net?
I try. Sometimes I practice with him, and I try to help.
Do you ever get tired of the success? Do you ever grow tired of winning and all this celebrating?
No, this is the most beautiful time when you have. The last 2 times I didn't be here because I was in Ecuador playing, but that's great, and all the people coming, and that's beautiful. It's nice. It's like it's my skin is like chicken. It's unbelievable. It's beautiful. All the players watching front is all the three-time champion. This is more beautiful. Thank you so much, all the people.
You really hurt in defeat last year. To get back to Sunday's game was most important to you in this team?
That wasn't more important because last year was very hard when you lose the championship against Chicago, and then we had to wait like 1 year to win again 21 November against LA Galaxy, and we demonstrated, we showed all the people how we are. We are still the best. We're still the best. We had to work hard. We start after that celebrate. We start thinking in the next year. And I don't know, it's Chicago, Washington, or Tampa. Well, we need to go one more time to the final.
Marco Echeverry, the DC United, along the parade route. I'm Wally Bruckner. Wendy Darrain, back to you. Nice hands, too, on the catch.
For as good as Marco Echeverry is, it is a scary thought for the rest of Major League Soccer if this guy decides he's going to play goal. I mean, come on. Tom Presses is pretty good, but with what Echeverry does, El Diablo is his nickname. With what this guy does with the soccer ball, that's right. I imagine he could probably get between the pipes and do a pretty good job.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with more of our coverage of the DC United's victory parade here at Freedom Plaza and along Pennsylvania Avenue.
How can you not have so much fun out here, man? Listen, if you've ever been to a United game, by the way, down at RFK Stadium, there's a section called Barra Brava where the Screaming Eagles are. All they do is jump up and down the entire game. And I got to tell you, you have not experienced a DC United home match until you've gotten down with those folks and partied for 90 minutes of soccer. It is the best.
And they're heading our way. They're coming down Pennsylvania Avenue. The whole gang will be down here pretty soon for a big rally here on Freedom Plaza. I'm Wendy Reiger again with Darrain Chapman. Let's go to Mary Alice Salinas, who's down there where the activity has just left her area. What do you got, Mary Alice?
That's right. This is the tail end of the parade that is headed in your direction for that, what about 10 blocks that it's heading over to you in Freedom Plaza. Because we have so many, especially Hispanic supporters, Latino supporters of the soccer team here and so many fans, I want to give a little message in Spanish right now telling them that they can listen to this program in Spanish on the Channel 2 SAP, their Channel 2. So let me do that now. Quiero avisarlos que pueden oír este programa en español sobre el canal 2 SAP de su televisión. Si quieren oír este programa en español, pueden oírlo en el SAP canal 2 SAP de su televisión. Now, I want to show you, we have a lot of other fans that showed up. They hung out with us just a little bit. You guys, big soccer fans? No, really, are you soccer fans? Are you just becoming aware that we have this great team? You didn't know about them. You're just out here because you like to party.
I thought it was the Redskins. I'm sorry.
A lot of people don't know about DC United, but you know about them. You've been following. What have you been following them?
Third year of winning. And that's about it.
Well, you know what? You're like a lot of people in the Washington area, but I think they're hoping that things like this will help let more people know that we have a great soccer team here. And we have a lot of these little guys that came out for the show, too. Thank you very much. This is the tail end of it. It's heading your way, guys. We'll go back to you now.
Thanks, Mary Alice. I love it when she speaks in Spanish.
I know.
She should do that all the time.
Can you do that some more there, Mary Alice?
It's really cool. Thanks, Mary Alice. With me now is a future soccer player, AJ, with his little red hair, and his mom, Nancy, and Dad, get over here, Dad. Just so, because it's the whole scarf thing is very, Dad was taking pictures. Hi, Dad, what's your name?
John Romps.
John Romps. Are you guys, obviously you're big soccer fans. Tell me about it.
We've been fans ever since the league started, and we're really thrilled that this championship came in his birth year. He's 4 months old. He watched the game with his dad yesterday. And we're just really excited to be down here and celebrating.
What got you hooked on soccer?
Well, maybe John can answer that.
I played a little bit in high school, and when the team came down here, it was just a lot more entertaining. I've never been really a Redskins fan, sorry to say, but I mean, the team started off really well. We had season tickets the first couple of years with some friends of mine, and it's just been a lot of fun.
For people who haven't gotten hooked on soccer yet and don't know what it's like at a game, set the scene for me.
It's something you have to really experience it to believe it. I took my dad a couple of weeks ago, and he had a great time. He's never really been a soccer fan. It's just the jumping, the shouting, the singing. It's an experience more than anything else. And the fans are the greatest fans I've ever been around. They just everyone just seems to have a fun time.
Why is that? What is it about this group of fans? As I've been seeing them, and we're going to see them soon with the drumming and the chanting. What do you think it is that ignites people?
Well, some of it's people from other countries. That's soccer and all that. But the Americans, I guess soccer fans were kind of a minority in the country. And so they kind of band together a little bit. And once it all starts up, the drums kind of just lead the whole way. And once they get a part of it, people get a taste of it, they just keep coming back. It's kind of hard to describe what it's all about.
It's kind of nice because people think Washington's such a dull, sedate town. They've kind of juiced us up a little bit, don't you think?
Oh, it's great. And people said in the paper the other day that people from all over the country, people from all over getting together in the stands. And they do. They're all dancing together, jumping on top of each other, throwing confetti. And they had 7 drums going at the last home game. Guys just banging away on it. It was really something else.
Great. Well, it's good talking to you. Enjoy. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Let's go to Wally Bruckner, who is on the bus and heading our way. Hi, Wally.
What's going on, man?
Hi, Wendy. Yeah, I'm actually on the streets here and being riddled by Jeff Agus, who's alleging this is my Channel 4 training.
Yeah, this is the Channel 4 preseason. He's trying to keep up with the trolley here, and it's actually nice to see. You got an obstacle course and a speed track, but Wally's doing a good job keeping up.
It's very difficult to keep up with this organization. 4 appearances in the championship game, 3 titles, 84 regular season wins. I mean, basically every meaningful statistic this team owns.
Yeah, it's been a terrific 4 years, and the payoff for the hard work the whole year is having a parade like this and having the fans come out, and we'd like to thank the fans just as much. They were as much a part of this as we were.
Your fans, this sports fan base, 49 months old, the MLS, 11 million fans, probably the most diverse ethnic fan base in professional athletics.
Well, when I came to D.C., I'd heard that D.C. sports fans didn't support their home teams, but whoever said that was absolutely wrong. They've never been to a D.C. United game. We've got some of the best fans in the league, some of the best fans in any sport, and we'd like to thank them today. They come from all walks of life, and they come together to help us win another championship this year.
In talking with you guys, you don't like to use the D word.
I don't even know what the D word is.
Dynasty.
We've got a couple more years to even think about being considered a dynasty. I mean, we've won 3, and the league's still young, and globally we're still a very young team, so we've got a long way to go.
You think I can go with you the rest of the way up the street here?
I'd like to see you try. I'd love to see that effort.
You will note, Wendy and Darrain, that Jeff is recording all of this for posterity, too, with the little Sony digital camera. Do you have all 4 of these?
No, this is the only one, actually. The last time we had a parade, I was with the national team, so thought I'd try and use the chance when I could.
Savor the moment.
Exactly.
Jeff Agus, as the bus rolls along Pennsylvania Avenue. Darrain and Wendy, back up to you at Freedom Plaza.
Thanks, Wally. Wally's really working hard. We might give him a chair. We might let him sit down when he.
I think he might need a little massage therapy by the time he gets back. And by the way, Jeff Agus, I'll be more than happy to. Jeff Agus, by the way, one of 8 players on the DC United roster from the University of Virginia. A lot of local flavor, really, for DC United. We got 8 from Virginia, 1 from Maryland, 1 from American University, and 1 from George Washington as well. So a lot of local flavor.
We are going to take a break, but we are going to be here for a while, and they are heading our way. They are closing in on us, and we hope you will close in on us as well. See you in a bit. I hear horns honking. It must be getting close.
I think so. I think the parade is definitely making its way up towards Freedom Plaza. Darrain Chapman with Wendy Reiger as we continue our salute to 3-time Major League Soccer champion DC United. And as you may have heard, winning championships is nothing new to this organization. When Major League Soccer had their first season back in 1996, DC United actually only finished the regular season at 16 wins and 16 losses, but something good happened at the end of the year. Let me take you back up to a very rainy Foxborough, Massachusetts, back in 1996. That is when DC United got their first championship, and they got it done thanks to Eddie Pope off the corner kick by Marco Echeverri. Eddie Pope with the header that would find the back of the net. What you need to know about this match is DC United trailed 2-0 in the second half and got 3 goals to come back and win their first ever Major League Soccer championship. Then in 1997, Tony Sana at RFK Stadium with a nice little run, and then Jaime Moreno taking his time. Jaime had a bit of a different hairdo back then. He knocks it in the back of the net for the goal. And then the best thing about that, check out Jaime with the little dance step coming up here, and little salsa for you. DC United winning their second Major League Soccer championship. That one may have been even sweeter because they were able to get it done on their home field at RFK Stadium. And then this past Sunday, Ben Olsen, the most valuable player of Major League Soccer's championship game this year, takes advantage of an awful play by Galaxy keeper Kevin Hartman and then knocks it in the back of the net. Folks, if you want to talk about memories, they have certainly been very, very sweet for DC United in 3 of the last 4 years. Championship DC is what you can refer to this place when you're talking about DC United and some just great soccer being played over the last 4 years.
And they are heading our way on 3 buses. Wally Bruckner, first he was on the bus, then he was rolling alongside the bus. Let's see where Wally is in relation to the bus right now. Wally?
At least I'm not under the bus yet, Wendy. I'm walking alongside yet another bus with Tom Prestis now, the goalkeeper here for the DC United. Last week when we talked in preparation for the Galaxy, you said the guys in front of me are going to make my job easy. They did, didn't they?
They sure did. I think I had a total of 2 saves, and Richie saved one off the line too, but it was a great performance defensively by the midfielders and the defenders and the forwards also.
That's a goal keep, though. Nice to throw a shutout in the Championship Cup.
Yeah, it's always great to end the season like that, and we really put a precedent on good defending in the playoffs, with the exception of the 5 goals we gave up away at Columbus. You know, we only gave up 1 other goal, so that's just a great performance.
You guys have set the mark for what this league is about. Why is this organization so good from top to bottom?
Because everybody puts the commitment to winning, from the president, GM, to the ticket sales, to everybody. That's our goal, is to win, and we do whatever it takes to win, and that's our attitude. And what we've really instilled is a pride in DC United, and a pride to put the uniform on and represent the team.
And yet, once again, while you're reveling in the success here and enjoying the parade, the morning papers with headlines about breaking up this team.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate circumstance of a great team. You know, everybody keeps improving over the years, and when that happens, you know, you're going to need more money and to be compensated for the way you play. And with this league, the salary cap, you're going to have to leave. And it's too bad, because we're such a tight-knit family basically on this team, and to lose one of your family members is really hard.
Will you use the dynasty word?
Not yet. Eddie Pope said it best. We got a couple more years to go, maybe 4 or 5 more championships, and then we can call it a dynasty.
So then you want to put yourself in with like the Celtics, the Bulls, and the United.
That's what we're looking for. Yep, that'd be a great class to be with.
Tom Prestis, congratulations. Enjoy the rest of this parade route. Wendy and Darrain, we're still walking the streets here and avoiding traffic, and we hope to do that the rest of the way. We're going to wander back to the 3rd bus. See you in a bit.
All right, especially avoiding traffic.
And avoiding getting under the bus.
Stay from under the bus, man. By the way, Tom Prestis is talking about DC United in the playoffs. 12 home playoff games they've played at RFK Stadium since 1996. DC United 12-0. You better find something else to do than try to beat DC United at home during a playoff game.
I think that's our ride. So
well, let's go.
We'll be right back. And that was a live picture of the band and the parade that is slowly closing in on us here at Freedom Plaza. Good afternoon, or good morning. I'm Wendy Reiger with Darrain Chapman. It's been, the crowd has picked up. It's really been interesting watching the excitement and on the people building and people coming out from their offices at lunchtime. It's been a cool morning. We hope you can join us. It's not too late. There's still a couple of blocks away, and it's going to be really hopping here once they get here.
And I'm sure the boss won't mind if you decide to take a few hours off to come down and join in the celebration, and you'd have good reason to do that. Because when you think about what DC United has done in their last 4 years, winning these 3 Major League Soccer championships, you really have to consider that in terms of winning percentage and winning championships, there aren't a lot of teams in this area that come very close. We have a graphic to show you. You're looking at the winning percentage. DC United has won more than 65% of their games with a record of 84-44. You see where the Redskins are, the Capitals and the Wizards, and the Mystics as well. They're not quite where DC United is. So you just have to believe that when it comes to winning, if you're looking for the best chances to see a winning performance, DC United is your best bet. And I'm sure the folks down at RFK Stadium would love to see you down there cheering them on, because I have to tell you, that place rocks when DC United plays.
And one of the impressive things about DC United is their fan base. With me is Ed Easton, one of their fans. What do you love about this team?
They got style. They really do. And everybody's together on this team. There are no personalities. It's a team. I love to see that happen. And you see it in how in the results. They play like a team.
How do you like being in the stands with all these fans? Pretty raucous?
Oh, it's super. What's more, and I think what really excites me in my head is that it's a diverse crowd. It's everybody in DC, and a whole big community that's never been a part of anything in this town owns DC United, and they love it. Well, except for a few from El Salvador, but
have you been a fan from the beginning?
From the beginning. I've got my pin on.
You have your pin.
My son and I got season tickets the first year, and when he went to California, my wife is going with me now, so we've had the same seats all the way through.
Does that surprise you that you've gotten this caught up in something?
I never had season tickets to anything before in my life, and it makes you an owner. It makes it exciting because you really know what's going on, and you remember things, and all those people on the field you have a connection with. It's really the greatest way in the world to watch sports.
If you could talk to them individually, do you have any favorites on the team?
Oh, no, that's like having family favorites. No, I love them all. And I'm looking forward to getting to know, watching play, the new guys that you don't see very much, Albright, so on and so forth. Well,
Ed, you are a classic example of why this team does so well and why they love their fans as much as their fans love them. Thanks a lot for talking to us. Enjoy.
Good. Thank you.
Big day here at Freedom Plaza. Kevin Payne, DC United, and the trophy, which is a new trophy this year. They went and restyled this thing. It's probably the largest trophy we've seen.
It was really cool. I saw it yesterday.
They are going to be arriving here in just a couple of seconds. The parade contingent making its way closer and closer to Freedom Plaza. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll bring you the conclusion.
We'll see what's happening. Yeah. Wow, that looks even more impressive than the inaugural parade. Look what we did. We hit the mother load. and I got to tell you something. What did you just say to me about this trophy when I asked to hold it?
I said to you, actually, it might be too heavy for you, but let's see a shot here.
Look at this, Wendy Reiger holding the trophy. How about that? Now, see, Wendy, I don't know if you've ever had a chance to do that before. Folks, we got Kevin Payne, the general manager of DC United, Thomas Rungan, the head coach of DC United. Kevin, I got to start with you. And I asked you this yesterday when we were out at the park. This team went through a ton of changes during the offseason. When this season started, did you really believe that you'd be standing right here, right now, with a championship trophy and a parade in your honor?
I was convinced of it. I know the quality of our players and our organization, and I knew how hungry we were to get it back. You know, as far as we're concerned, this thing is DC property. And I had absolute faith in Thomas. I had no doubt that he was going to lead our team back to where it belonged. And this is just the end of a whole lot of hard work.
Coach, when you took this job and decided to come and coach here at DC United, could you envision this? I mean, could you envision the emotion that your fans have for this club and the end result being a parade like this in a championship?
Well, I mean, you set out at the start of the season to win it all. You know, that's your ultimate goal. But for this to come to fruition and in the fashion why we do it, I mean, if we can convert Wendy here to lift the trophy, we've converted DC, man. This is your trophy. This is truly for the fans, you know, but as Kevin said, this organization takes pride in excellence. We've got a great group of players. This was a fun year. It was a tough year, no doubt about it. We overcome some critics that initially said with the loss of some players and with Bruce Arena that this would be very hard to do, but it was quite easy actually because of the standard that we set for ourselves, the attitude that we carry. We wanted this baby back.
All right. You know, Darrain, if I could just make one comment. Somebody asked me what this was made of. They said, is it made of sterling silver? And I said, no. What this is made of is 1 year of hard work by about 60 people and a whole lot of fans. That's what this is made of.
Kevin Payne and Thomas Rongen, general manager and head coach of DC United. Congratulations, guys. Wally Bruckner is with one of the guys who had a little something about bringing this hardware back to DC. Wally?
Absolutely, Darrain. You know, from the golden goal in the 96 MLS Cup to this one on November the 21st. 4 years in a row you guys play in the championship. The hard work and dedication. That's what this team's about.
Certainly. I mean, we worked really hard to win this third championship. It means a lot to us, but it even means more to be able to come out here and thank the city for all their support.
Can any franchise strive to accomplish what you guys have been able to do in such a short period of time?
I mean, I think it's difficult, but it's worked out great for us. We've certainly worked hard, and we've been very successful.
Eddie Pope, you're speeding away. I'm going to come back here and talk to Ray Lassiter and try to sign an autograph for you.
Well, Wally Bruckner talking with Eddie Pope, and Eddie Pope is a guy who knows a lot about being successful in the game. Member of the national team, now a member of the three-time MLS Cup, winning DC United. And really, I think Thomas Rongen said it best. When this season started, a lot of us did not know what to expect from this club. We didn't know if all those changes would really make that much of a difference.
Well, you know, that's something that I'm always curious about. I mean, I don't follow sports that much, obviously, but when he was talking about, Tom was talking about the critics in the beginning, I just wonder what kind of effect that really has. I mean, the fans always said they knew they were going to be able to do it. Do you really doubt a team like this that has a history and obviously has the psychology to bring it together, the mojo, if you will?
It's hard to do when you think about what DC United has done over the years, and even last year in getting to the final and losing to the Chicago Fire. You know, they were in that game from the very beginning. So when this season started, even with all the changes, you know, it was tough to doubt them, and certainly Thomas Rongen came in and did an excellent job with the boys that he did have. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have more of what's happening down here at Freedom Plaza. The salute to DC United, three-time Major League Soccer champions. Be right back. The party continues.
Yes,
yeah, we're going on.
Let's check with Wally Bruckner down with the team. Wally?
We are arriving here at Freedom Plaza, and an outpouring of love for this man, Roy Lassiter, a fan favorite, a goal scorer. Roy, obviously these people know that possibly you could be leaving this team.
Yeah, it's a sad thing, and hopefully it doesn't come to pass. You know, I've stressed my interest to stay here at DC, and I plan on making it my home.
You have no problem finding the back of the net. At times so artistic in that game against Columbus, the must-win game, the bicycle kick, the fan favorite.
Yeah, everybody likes that, and you know, I'm glad I could, spirit the crowd in doing that. I'm glad I can help DC win the game.
Roy Lassiter, we wish you continued success. We hope you can stay with the DC United.
Hopefully I can too. Thank you.
Wendy and Darrain, he is a favorite of the folks here.
Marco Echeverry and the trophy have arrived. He's working the crowd. They can't get enough of him. We are going to leave for now, but we'll have more on this coming up at 4, 5, and 6 tonight on News 4. But come on down. The party is just begun.
You don't want to miss this, baby.
Lunchtime. Thanks for being with us. And again, we'll see you tonight. Have a good one.